All right. I'm going to talk about the profile screen and the promo screen in this next tutorial here. So we're in the main data entry. Actually, we're in details. It depends on, again, whatever type of contact you've added will give you a different style screen on the right, but they're all basically your main data entry screens. But you can always click details. But right now we're going to go to profile, and that'll give us this screen. So the left side stays the same. All your address information has been added for this contact. You can see your activity log at the bottom, but this right side is changed. Now this happens to give you the music types here at the bottom, partly because you have profile fields 1 through 11, and number 11 is actually music type. So you can click here and see them all, but don't add your data from this pop-up menu. Normally you would add it from a pop-up menu, but in this case, because you have the checkboxes, if you did, you would take away, if you were to click on that and click on one other one, it would take all these others away. So since you have a checkboxes on profile number 11, just click here. It's more accurate and gives you more alternatives, different choices. This is parent company. If New Melody Music, for example, is a part of Sony or some big conglomerate, you could click in there and type that in. Division, music department, for example, or publishing. You at least can keep track of that. Now, these fields are, all the profile fields are just a little bit about each of your contacts. So, for example, you can make these whatever you want. We just made this one favorite foods, for example. You can change that just by clicking edit. So let's say Jack loves steak. So when it comes time you need to take Jack out to dinner to thank him for a song or whatever, you'll remember what his favorite food are and you can take him to a steakhouse. That's the example. Color eyes, you could just what he likes to wear, what's his favorite things, favorite kind of music. You could put all that in here if you want. You can choose whatever data you want. Now, once you choose these fields, they'll stay that way for all of your contacts in the system. So once you set these up, keep in mind that that's going to be appropriate for everybody. So it's not like each person can have different attributes. You have up to 10. So we've put entertainment here, their favorite type of entertainment. You could change that if you want. But when you click on these, it shows you they're blank. If you need to populate them, you just click edit at the bottom, select this type, and type movie, food, whatever it is you're trying to track. Tennis shoes. I don't know what it is you might be interested in, but as you do that and you click OK, it's basically set that up. Now, if you want to give it a heading, you can call it, for example, movies, and put 1 dash after it, and that'll put a line under it like that. That's what we did up here. That's one opportunity you can do. So be careful picking these. Think it through before you do. What kind of information would you like to track about people you know? It's things that you might ask them during a phone call. What's your favorite type of movie? Or what do you like to do? What's your hobby? Hobby's a good one. Okay, so if you want to put headings in here, you can leave it profile 1 through 9 and just put a heading up here if you want. Or you could actually put it on the field label here. But that takes a little doing, so I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. Down here at the bottom where it says Browse, click and hold that. It shows you the 4 modes. This is one exception where you might want to go into Layout. It's going to be scary looking. You don't have to do this, but you can double click on this field and then select the type and just call it Fave Foods, for example, and then click off it. Double click this one, select the type, what was it called? Movies, just for example. And then click off it. Now you're done. Get out of here, because you can screw things up. You can move something by accident. You don't want to do that. So you want to be very careful when you're in here. It's good to have a backup file of your file in case you happen to destroy something in here or delete it by accident. You could always go back to your last backup. So now we're done. We're going down to the bottom. I'm going to go back to browse, which is safe. So now I'm on the browse screen. So fave foods, movies. You can label them that way if you choose on all of them. That is done in the layout file. That's an exception. That's something simple enough you could do if you take your time at it. And you could make labels if you wish. All right. We also give you 11 user fields. You can choose what they are. They're the same way. I just messed around with that. If you want to change it, just select it. Put in whatever you want as a heading. Put a dash after it, then enter your different values that you wish. Click off it once and then click back on. There's your heading, blah, blah, blah. And you can always go back and re-edit it. But once you've entered a lot of contacts and given them values, you're not going to want to change this. So that's why you want to think this through. That's why it's good just to leave it as profile and user for a while until you're really sure what you're going to use them for. Okay, that takes care of the profile screen. Let's go to promo. We're going to go up here and click the promo screen, and you'll notice everything on the left will stay the same, but just this becomes a different screen. So this is a new layout in the people file. We're still in people. Notice by the color green at the top, the dark green, and the word people here helps you understand what file you are in. Promo user. Now this is, we've given you 22 different promo fields. You can use them for whatever you want. We think for marketing, for how do you sell to people, or what kind of information marketing-wise or promotional-wise might you want to track. Or it could be music industry stuff. It just depends what you want to make promotional fields be about. Depends on the way you do your business. So this is all user fields that you choose what they are, and the fields stay the same. The field names, even if you change the label, that won't hurt the actual field name, which is called Promo User 1. That way, if you ever upgrade in the future to a version and you have import all your data to the new version, you have it all. You don't have to set up any custom fields. We've given you custom fields. You just decide what you want to make them. There's a field down here called Buying Style. This is for selling to people. This is a marketing thing. DISC. And there's 4 different types of people. Or you can choose empty. You can delete it. But what will happen, you can choose, oh, this guy's a heart buys. If you're selling to people like your albums or your songs, you can track this kind of information. It just helps you when you're on your phone. You go, okay, he's kind of a heart buy type of person. Slow to decide. These are different type of sales target type things. Okay. From promotional, I think that covers profile and promotional. We'll move on. Hope that's helpful.